I love tiny things, especially when it comes to tiny fish. While some might say I have quite a few species in my collection already, that doesn't mean there isn't room for more. Like these killifish, also known as Heterandra formosa. These fish are native to North America and can be found from South Carolina to southern Louisiana. In their native habitat, you will typically find them in shallow, slow-moving water that is very heavy with vegetation. As I mentioned before, they are small, especially the males. They cap out at around 2 centimeters, while the females can get up to around 3.5. The cool thing that sets them apart from other live bearers is how they reproduce. These killifish reproduce through a process called superfetation. This means that instead of giving birth to monthly broods like other live bearers, they are able to give birth to a few fry every day or so. I really wanted to get my hands on some of these fish, so that meant I needed to set up a new tank. Now, do I really need a new tank? Yes, of course I do, because the reasons are endless. There are just a few things you need when setting up a new tank, as shown here. This is a list of items for setting up a planted aquarium. There are a million ways to set up fish tanks. This is going to be my way. The inspiration for this tank came from a zoo exhibit I saw last summer. The zoo exhibit was a recreation of the South American Pantanal region. A 10-gallon aquarium is more than enough space for these tiny fish, so I went ahead and got to work. I wanted to have an area above the water line so that plants could grow out of the water with some support. Because I wanted plants in the water as well, I made sure to use dirt and soil to provide the nutrient-rich substrate that plants need in order to grow. All of this was capped with sand, and we were pretty much good to go. Now that the tank was filled, I had to let it cycle. There are a bunch of different ways to cycle your tank. I personally prefer to do it without the fish in, but regardless of what you do, essentially the goal is to complete the nitrogen cycle. This is pretty much the process of all of your fish food and poo being used to feed the plants, which in turn help keep your water nice and clean. After around 8 weeks, I was able to order the fish, and they were even cuter than I imagined. Pretty quickly, I noticed a few hitchhikers had come along with them. I did end up taking these out and moving them to my 44-gallon community tank, and time revealed that they are, in fact, male guppy/Endler hybrids. I'm not quite sure, but they are living a happy life in there. Another thing I noticed was that out of the 20 fish I'd ordered, not a single one was male. It was officially a ladies' club, and even though I was kind of bummed since I wanted to try and breed them, I didn't mind since these ladies were great to have around anyway. One day a few weeks later, I spotted the first one. At only half a centimeter, they started appearing in every corner of the tank. I guess it really didn't matter that I didn't get any males, since some of them were already pregnant. I think feeding them baby brain shrimp and very high protein foods definitely help aid in this process. Regardless, it was a very unexpected but very welcomed surprise. Now seriously, these babies are so incredibly tiny and cute, even duckweed looks huge next to them. I took a small group of 6 babies from the tank and transferred them to my office 3-gallon shrimp tank. In all honesty, I just wanted to watch them grow up as close to where I am all day as possible. And guess what? Almost all of them ended up being male. The gonopodium fin, shown here, is the dead giveaway that most of these babies are in fact boys. But soon these guys will be split up and some will go to a new little mini pond while others will return to the shallow 10-gallon. I even caught them displaying and sparring each other over their potential sister, which is nice, I guess. For now, the tank had found its balance, and the fish were enjoying everything it had to offer. Watching these little fish go about the tank searching for literally anything to eat was honestly one of my favorite things. And these little guys are pretty slow. I mean, really slow. Life in the tank had exploded. Plants were going crazy in and out of the water, and the tank even had some new residents, some Neocaridina shrimp. Not only were the shrimp a great cleanup crew for any of the food that went uneaten within the tank, but they were around the same size as the adult least Killis, so no one had to worry about being bothered by anyone. Well, for the most part at least. I still saw new babies appearing every day or so, and the oldest ones had grown so much since that first sighting. Even though the adults could easily make a snack out of the babies, I never saw any predation with these parents. On the tank was pretty minimal besides clearing out the never-ending duckweed. I wanted the overgrown look, so as long as the fish had enough space to swim, I let the plants go as crazy as they wanted. I seriously recommend these fish to any type of fish keeper, new or experienced. They don't require anything special in terms of care, and I really think you can't go wrong with this underrated species. They are such personable and docile little fish and really do make a great addition to any space. this footage was never meant to be in this video, but since it took me quite a while to finish this video and put together all the animations, I thought an update would be pretty fitting since, holy moly, look at these plants now. Okay, bye-bye.